Starlink, we had it since February 2021. And so there were a few changes since. And one of the major changes is that there are way more satellites up there. And did that actually improve the service? We'll answer that question here in this video, as well as our latest project that may help if you have obstructions. And we'll look at the data after I'm going to show you this project. But hey, if you like Starlinks, go down below, give us a thumbs up right now, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Let's dive in. So, first, did more satellites help with our obstructions that we had? No, it did not. There's a bunch more satellites out there right now, but it did not help here at all. The dish is still pointing at the same angle up into the sky. We were hoping it may point more straight up into the sky with more satellites. And we would not have any obstructions, but that was not the case. So the more satellites did not help. So however many satellites are up there, whatever you're getting right now, what you're getting is what you're getting. So that has not changed. But we, like I said, we operated Starlink with obstructions and it was relatively cool, working pretty good. I have a few videos about Starlink, and I'm gonna put a link here at the top of the screen. If it doesn't pop up there, look down below and go check out our Starlink videos. There's lots of good information in there, in case, especially in case if you have to deal with obstructions. But the more satellites did not help our situation. Also, I did basically a temporary install here of almost 2 years ago, I think it is, for the Starlink dish, and just to see how bad it is. And obviously it wasn't so bad because we went basically 2 years with that. So, but I wanted to improve it since we still basically dropped some calls here once in a while. And the idea is to raise the Starlink dish about 10 feet up and see how good or bad that will be. And then at the end, we can look at the Starlink app and see what obstructions it shows there after we raise the dish, and can compare it to how it was before. And actually, I already did raise the dish. It's been a few weeks, and I will tell you how much that improved it or how little that improved it. This here is my new mast, and I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't look straight. It's made out of 2 axles from a mobile home, and these axles are cambered, so it doesn't look straight. Also at the top there, I actually left that part on because I just cut the tip off, because the pole mount, the adapter, fits perfectly on there, so I'm gonna leave that. Here you can see why this desperately needs to be done. This is like a temporary platform that I built out of leftover pieces that I had that were particle board. And it's been up there for probably a year now. It worked good, but it doesn't like the wet so much. So yeah, it's about to fall apart. And so we'll also, with this pole that I have now, this will be raised quite a ways up. Now it's basically just at the top of the roof, but then we'll be, I don't know, 6-8 feet higher, and we'll see how that does, because right here, those are the 2 big trees, and some over there that are actually the obstruction that we have. And so we'll see what difference that makes if this is going to be a few feet higher. I sure got a beautiful view from the roof here. That is definitely pretty amazing, but it's all about this here. And you can see here, That thing is leaning, falling apart. And here we got the new mast. The new mast is about 13 feet long. There we go. And I have to get the satellite dish onto the tip right there. Oops. So that I can set it up with the dish on it, because there is no way of getting 13 feet up from where I'm at. Here is my hole, and the mast should fit just right into that hole. So now I gotta see if I can fold up the antenna. It's already stowed, since I needed the phone to do that in the Starlink app. I couldn't record it, unfortunately, but that's all it does. It just folds it down. Now it's no longer looking for a signal, so it won't be moving or anything. Pretty much all it is right down here, right there. We'll just press this in, lift it out, and put it on that end right there. And then lift the mast up and stick it in that hole right there. Sounds pretty simple, except that this freaking mast is super heavy. Super heavy. That is the biggest problem. But well, we'll see. Hopefully I can get this done. All right. There. It's in the hole. Whew. Man, that sucker is heavy. It is heavy. But now, oh man, we gained quite a bit. Look at this. So we're 4 feet in. The adapter and the dish itself added another foot to the about 13, I guess. So we're about 14. So we're about 10 feet up. Well, 10 feet off the roof. Before we were maybe like 2 feet. So we gained at least 8. Wow. All right, now I need to get down into the attic and secure it in there so it doesn't tip over. Hopefully the wind is not going to pick up. Set it to on stow. Whew. Now it just needs to find something, hopefully. Man, but it's way up there. That's nice. So there we go. I mean, I hope this helps here with so before we were down here, so these trees were kind of blocking it. Now well, I can't even reach up there. But I think I cut these trees out anyway. These probably will still block some, but heck, being up there that high. What's it doing? Come on, puppy. You need to set up there so we can have reception. What I realized, what I forgot, is I forgot to put the boot on there. The boot should have been put on the post before. I don't even have one. I wasn't thinking. So, well, I guess I gotta find another way to seal this. So let's see. Where are we at up here? Come on, puppy. It's not doing anything. Well, I guess I'll put a couple more pieces of tape to secure the cable, and then hopefully by that time up there we're aligned so we have reception. As soon as I hit the stop record button, it did align, and it didn't take long after that. So it just, come on here, it just aligned, and it shows we're online. I added a couple more pieces of tape to hold this in place. And oh yeah, I got rid of this piece here. This is now down there. This wouldn't have done much longer, so, but yeah, so we should have reception here, and we'll see over the next 24 hours about obstructions. Since I can't climb up there and do a test with the phone, we'll just see what it shows as it gathers data over the next 24 hours. Up there she is, right there. Man, it's much higher. Wow, it is way higher than it was, which is good. So yeah, let's see, this tree right here will probably still block some, but I think I got these here probably out of the picture, so that would be good. But the satellite dish used to be right down here. Now we're about 8 to 10 feet higher, so pretty cool. It's a beautiful day. Doesn't help though that it's May 2nd and it is 85 degrees out here. What the heck? We're in freaking Montana. That's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be 75 max. So yeah, it was pretty warm up there in the attic too. And on the roof it was burning hot. But there it is. Got her done. Now here you can see the new app, which means that's the current, and then the old app that was whatever, a year or year and a half ago. And you can see the red there, those are the obstructions. And in the middle and the center there, that's actually the satellite dish that you see. Let's go backwards here a little bit. And so you'll see right now there is some obstructions showing on the new. And now that big patch halfway covers, but it covers almost full on the old one. So you can see the difference right now here. So on the right hand side there, the old app shows that the dish is basically covered fully by that red patch, while on the left side you can see we're only about halfway up on the dish, and there are many more like little patches of red, not as solid as on the old one. So we did actually improve it quite a bit by just raising that dish about 8 or 10 feet or so. So you could see we definitely improved in regards to the obstructions according to the Starlink app. But did it actually help? Yes, it did. Before, we used to drop Wi-Fi calls, and we really don't drop any calls anymore. My wife works from home, and she really has not had any issues whatsoever. So it has drastically improved. So the thing is, whenever that red, large, solid patch came through that you've seen on the old app, that's usually when you would drop a call. And so one of the things is that red patch is not always in the same exact spot, because the Starlink satellites are moving up there. So it's actually tracking a satellite and switching off to the next satellite. And so that spot is not always like there and blocking continuously. It's just at certain times, depending on when it does switch from one satellite to the next, we would drop the call because it may be in that patch, right? So, and then so with the new setup now, that red patch is much lower, only blocking about half of the dish. It's not nearly as solid, it's more spotty, and we really have not had any problems with Wi-Fi calling anyway. We are not gamers, but if you're a gamer, you may still experiencing some issues with that. Also, you can look in the app the length of signal losses, and the obstruction losses are very few and far in between now. There's other signal losses still because of satellite switching, or there can be a signal loss anywhere between your device and the server that you're accessing. But any signal loss below about 2 seconds is usually not even noticeable, at least not if you're
streaming a video like this one, it will buffer on your device ahead of time. So if there's an outage of 2 seconds, you will not notice that. So yeah, only gamers might know this. It may throw you back a little there. But so for us, it actually improved dramatically. So if you have a solid red patch like we do that covers your dish, kinda, if you can raise it somehow, maybe another 8 feet or so, you could potentially drastically improve your experience with Starlink. So yes, I highly suggest that you raise it if you can. Definitely cool, works great. It also, like I said, I mean, we've been going for a long time now with these obstructions that you have seen in the old app, and it worked. I mean, it's doable. It's, yeah, the dropping of the calls is, or if you do like FaceTime or something, a Zoom call or something, that can be a little annoying because it will cut out and come back on and stuff. But it's definitely doable even with obstructions. So yeah, go back and check out the other videos we have. There's other videos we did about Starlink. We got about 3 or 4 other videos. Go check those out as well. There's more information there about things we done, trying to improve, change things. We extended the cable by almost 100 feet or so. We did all kinds of stuff in the beginning, just trying to figure out what would work best. But definitely having the dish raised from the rooftop another 8 or 10 feet or so, this has done major benefit here for us with Starlink. Another thing with Starlink, over the years, they increased the prices. That was kind of odd. We started at $100 a month. They went up to $110 just because they said everything got more expensive. Well, okay. And then a few months ago, they told us we are in a high usage area, and they raised it to $120 a month. And I thought that was funny because we are in rural Montana. Not many people around here to begin with. And if you look on the map, the state of Montana is huge and only has about 1 million people living here. And we are in a high usage area. That is kind of funny. In some ways, we are in a high usage area, but so out here properties, the smallest properties are probably 5 acres. Most of them are much larger. And many people do have Starlink in this area where we live, but still we're ways apart. And so it was still funny. I mean, and this is what Starlink was designed for people like us living out in the boonies where we really don't have any other options for high-speed internet. We have the other option of the old-fashioned satellite, which is slow and limited, very limited. So you could maybe stream a movie once a month and then you're done, and then you're on slow speed, extra slow speed. So yeah, this was designed for us, and we have to pay more now. That's kind of funny. I was thinking Starlink maybe should check out the location of the people and maybe see if they have access to other options of high-speed internet. Like, there's people that live in towns and, well, they just wanted Starlink, and, well, that's kind of cool in a way, but you have other options, and you may be the reason that we have to pay more now. So I thought Starlink should go back and look at places, at people that live in cities where they can get the same fast speed or even higher speeds. I think they should pay more because they don't really need it. On the other hand, we do really need it. We don't really have the options here. So that was kind of funny. So yeah, we're paying $20 more now than we did in the beginning. So it's not really cheap anymore, but still for us, basically the only option that we can do things. yeah, I mean, uploading a video to YouTube would take forever and ever. If we would have old-fashioned satellite, with Starlink it goes quite a bit faster. Starlink allows us to do many more things that we couldn't do before, have multiple devices on it at the same time, stream for multiple devices, so it's definitely still a great option. And even with obstructions, it can work pretty decent. So if you're in the boonies like we are, Starlink is definitely still a great option. So in any event, I hope you like this video and give us a thumbs up for this. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And maybe look at our channel, go back, watch some of the older videos that we have too. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.